What's going on, everyone? What's going on? Happy Thursday. Hope you guys are having a great evening. I did make a few changes. Hopefully you guys can still hear me. What's going on? We got Chloe's here. How's it going, Chloe? Junk Monkey, what's going on? Rob. Rachel, here at the beginning. Hi. You didn't go live this evening, did you? You're right, Cathy is not here, so I am a little bit lost. Claudia, hello. Hey, Sierra, how's it going? Mandy, hello. Chris doesn't know what to do without Cathy. It's 7:02. Was it really? Was I 2 minutes late? I think I was only 1 minute late. That's not too bad. That's not too bad. I do have the kids here. Although they don't have school tomorrow, so we don't have to lay them down or nothing. They're kind of staying up. But yeah, I don't know what we're going to do tonight. I have a few ideas, but I'll let you guys decide. All right. Monica, hi. Lost without her. I know. She's up she's having dinner with a few friends right now. But she has been thrifting up in Denver for most of the evening. She's sending me some cool finds. I haven't even checked her Instagram. Have you guys been following her on Instagram? She doing anything cool? No updates on Instagram. She must be having fun. What's going on, Renee of PA? Shay Foreman, hello. Fashionably late. Hey, I wasn't too late. Big responsibilities tonight. I know. Sounds good. All right. Did you get a chance to watch the live whatnot from CP tonight? It was fun. No. Commonwealth? I did not. I didn't know he was doing whatnot again. Are you going to be able to handle this? I don't know. Won't be here for long, getting tired. You know what? And I do want to say, I'm probably only going to be on for an hour tonight just because the kids are downstairs. They're not asleep. And I don't know. 2 hours might make me a bad parent, but maybe one doesn't. I don't know. So, we'll see. I'll tell him you love him, Sierra. Thanks for hanging out with us, even though she's out. Of course. Happy Thursday. Oh, yes. May the 4th be with you. How are you guys doing on this Star Wars Day? Nice. So, I kind of titled this live Planning a New Video Series. I figured we'd try to, depending on what you guys wanted to do, I guess help me kind of plan out a new video series that I've mentioned here in the live a few times, about me kind of opening up my own eBay store as a beginner. You know, Cathy's the one that does all the reselling. I rarely handle things from start to finish. I'll just often help her out in a lot of the steps. And so in a lot of ways, I am still very much a beginner, or even not even a reseller. So the idea, and I would love to know what you guys think, is to basically start an eBay store from nothing, and kind of document the whole process, and then go and use the proceeds from flipping things from without Cathy's input, right, for funding the schoolie and kind of involving that in it as well. And I'm just kind of figuring it's a good way for me to actually get started on the schoolie. So, because oftentimes we just kind of put it off because we got so much work to do, right? And so make it work, and we'll work on it. 1 hour, they won't even miss you. I know they got their TV going, and they're like, "Ooh, we got to stay up late," and so they'll probably be good. It's the early in the morning here. Oh yes, Chloe. Across the pond. Seriously, how could she bail on us? She doesn't love us anymore, right? She might. I don't know. I don't know what time she's coming home tonight, but she's having dinner now. She's only an hour away. Yeah, she probably won't be here by the time we get out of here. Everyone hit the thumbs up and get a cha-ching. I like that. I like that a lot. Go for Chris. Go for it, Chris. Yeah, so would be a great video series. eBay scares me. Only a Poshmark seller now. Yeah. And, you know, my plan is to do eBay and then also probably Mercari. I don't know. I do want to cross post, but I don't know if I want to do Poshmark only because I don't think I want to be doing too many clothes. But I guess that could change. I guess that could always change. I love your plan. You should. Oh, you know what? I got some music. It's kind of quiet, huh? You guys hear that? Should do it, Chris. I need to know if it's my store's fault or my item's fault. Yeah. Another thing that would be nice about it is I like to experiment with things, and I don't like to experiment on things on Cathy's store. But I wouldn't mind doing it on my store. You know, if I mess up my little eBay store, who cares, right? It's all for fun and for learning anyway. So yeah, and that's kind of the idea. I know a lot of people are beginners, and eBay scares a lot of people. And I think, you know, coming at it from like a beginner showing other beginners that it's not really that scary, I think it'll be fun. My wife and I have started eBay this week. Would really enjoy watching you start yours so we can learn from it. Nice. It would be a great idea. I'm trying to get my hubby to get started, and if you're making videos, it will be helpful for him. Nice. Would be fun to start at the same time. Currently only on Poshmark. Awesome. Well, you'll notice we haven't put a video up in a couple days. And hold on one second. I have been working on a big video, and it's not quite ready. But I figured I'd give a little bit of a sneak peek tonight to the lucky few that are here. But oh, Cathy's here. Look at that. She's checking on me. She doesn't trust me. How's it going, babe? How is dinner? Say hi to the ladies. Yeah, where'd you go? Where are you at dinner? Would you show us step by step? Yeah, so the idea is to take basically from nothing to turning, you know, somewhat of a profit to help fund whatever your thing is. Ours is going to be the schoolie, right? Yours might be paying off some debt, buying a new car, buying a house, paying for a vacation, whatever your, you know, goal is. Maybe it's even to go full time, you know, if you want to do that. Texas Roadhouse, just going to Texas Roadhouse without me. I had Little Caesars with the boys. I wanted steak. Oh, you're still at the bins? Can I show them the cool thing you found? But yeah, basically finding what why you're reselling, and then kind of, you know, working towards your specific thing together, I guess. And yeah, show them. All right, so guys, Cathy found this at the bins. What is it? What's this brand? Rab, R-A-B. Let me try to go big here. Can you see that? It's like looks like a winter coat. And the comps, I mean, there's a sold comp from the UK for $162, $162.91 plus 35 shipping, and then a few other best offers on like $100 plus. So sweet from the Benz. I mean, that's a huge one. Good job, babe. Bills. Yeah, if you need to pay bills, right? A lot of us are trying to just kind of get by, for sure. But you know, more looking at it from a smaller scale, right? Cathy's full-time. She spends, you know, her days keeping her, you know, reselling engine going. So, yeah, this is going to be a lot more small scale. So for sure. shipping breakables is, yes, I agree. And you know, I'm probably going to be looking at a lot of shoes just because that's what we do, and that's what I know just from hearing Cathy talk about it and brag about all the shoes that she finds every day. You know what I mean? But she might get mad at me if I go and find a bunch of shoes without her. And then who's really winning at the end of that? Want the rolls? I know they got some good rolls. Let's see. Fashion design. I want to get started with Facebook sales, but I don't know how to navigate that. I have a Poshmark, Mercari, eBay, Citizen, Curtsy, and Vestiaire. I've never heard of that one. Accounts and sales are still slow. Yeah, Facebook, we did it a little bit, and we kind of, see you later, Rachel, if you end up coming back. Enjoy snuggling the little one. Yeah, we did Facebook for a little while, but it just was a little bit too much for us. There's really no customer service, and the algorithm or whatever they have going on is always like either really good or like really bad. So it was just, we just kind of cut it out. It was the easiest one for us to get rid of. Baked potatoes, nice. Sky's the limit with reselling, absolutely. You already showed it on Instagram? I looked at your Instagram. Oh, I guess I didn't refresh. Yeah, you got a lot of stuff going on. If you want better, clearer images of what I showed you, go check out Cathy's Instagram. Wow, that's a lot of people that went. I didn't realize. Nice. Bring home a medium rare with blue cheese crumbles. Nice. Where did the music go? Why did it pause? What is going on? You can do it. Yeah, you know, I think it'll be fun. It'll give Cathy the freedom to continue what she's got going on, you know? And we can still be making some videos. And we get the schoolie done. It's almost like we got to do it at this point, right? Yeah, Cathy gets her steak medium well. Thank you for the spreadsheet. Still figuring it out. Nice. She is a boss at it. Cathy is good at it. We need beginner steps. Absolutely. Yeah. Cathy's like, when you've been doing this for 5-6 years, you kind of forget that all that stuff that you didn't know as a beginner. It's not like it's a bad thing, but everybody that's a beginner doesn't know that stuff either. You know what I mean? Like just this things that are very simple now to Cathy, or even to me. Like I'm not afraid of shipping anymore, right? Even though I don't really ship much, but I've helped enough to realize that it's really not that the scary thing that it's perceived as. Mailed out very breakable glasses 3 weeks ago. No complaints from customer yet. Yeah, nice. There you go. Cathy's college level. I need kindergarten level. Well, I think I'm going to be pretty good kindergarten level too. So, yeah, and I think a lot of people on YouTube that are watching YouTube are at that beginner level. There's probably not very many like high level resellers that are watching reselling content unless they're doing it for like friendship and relationships. They're not going there to learn, right? As much, I guess. Facebook has been dead for months. Yeah, that's kind of what it was for us. You might not have too much luck with Marketplace, unfortunately. I feel like they really dropped the ball with that. They had like the perfect opportunity, and it just, I don't know what happened, but Yep. Sierra, good night. Love you too. Thanks for stopping in. That is my sister, guys. That is my younger sister. Look at Reese, gone to sleep. You know what, Reese? I took him for a ride today, and he had trouble getting in the truck, and I feel like he's feeling it right now. He's been having a hard time getting up the stairs today. Like he jumped up in the truck, but kind of like missed. I feel bad for him. Another well done steak. Nice. You know, I'm all for anybody eating the steak however they want. You know what I mean? And it reminds me of one anniversary. We were in Las Vegas, Cathy and I. Not this recent one, but we went to a steak place in, I think it was like in the Venetian or something. It's a really nice steak place, expensive. And the waiter almost like got mad at Cathy for ordering her steak medium well. He was just like, you're gonna ruin one of my steaks or something like that. It was like, she can have her steak however the heck she wants. You know what I mean? I did not tip him 20%. You can always learn something. Absolutely. And it's because it's going to be such a smaller scale. I think we're going to start doing a lot more shorts. That's kind of one of the big things that I kind of want to do with it is to do like TikToks or YouTube shorts or short form content, more like an item by item. You know, well, I've mentioned it here a few times, but you know, oh yeah, today I bought these headphones at a garage sale for $3 and sold them on eBay just now for $45. That's going to help fund the new sink in our schoolie. That kind of like concept. So we'll see. We'll see. It's something, you know, I love talking with you guys, and I actually, where's my screen here? I have this. We can get some notes. I want to take some notes, and I love that we have a lot of newer eBay sellers, and you know, what do you want to know? What kind of videos are you looking for as a new eBay seller? I know shipping was mentioned, and you'll realize I haven't been in school in a long time, so my note taking is probably pretty awful. But that's kind of what I was thinking we could do if you guys wanted to help me out. I know the very first video I want to do is opening a new eBay store, basically from nothing, and kind of going through each of the steps. Yeah, basically how to start up, right, Nancy? That's kind of what I'm thinking is going to be a big one. Oh, I was going to mention this, and then Cathy came in and distracted. But this is what video we've been working on, or I've been working on lately, and it's not done yet, but I've been... Where's my screen at? Here we go. I'm going to pop over to Cathy's screen real quick. And this is a sneak peek for you lucky few. How many we got here? We got 52. You guys are the only ones seeing this right now. Super early. Where's it at? Boom. Look at that. Working on inventory video with plans for the shelves, and all kinds of stuff. That's the next video coming out. So look forward to that, because that's one of the big questions we get. Where do we get our bags? Where do we get our boxes? How do you know what box to put stuff in? That's the one I'm working on. I always said I don't need to do plans because it's pretty simple. But again, that's me being, you know, quote unquote college level of inventory thinking, right? And I'm really trying to bring it down to entry level, and that's so I've got I'm going to have plans. I'm going to give them out for free. Just like the spreadsheet kind of thing. So, but yeah, making up some really professional looking plans, easy to follow, stuff like that. So if that's interesting, why the boxes and not plastic bins? Easy. Because we actually tried using plastic bins for a little while, but they just are a little bit too big. If you're new here, fashion design, if you haven't seen our pooling, like where Cathy goes and picks the sales, go check out one of our recent what solds. Oops. And you'll see how fast it is to just look in this little box. There's 15 items in there and find exactly the item you want. If you have a bin, it's a lot more kind of searching. They are cheaper too. They're easy to replace. Although, you know, we get them, they're about $2. So I think you can get a bin for like $3. It's not like they're that much cheaper, but they're just, in my opinion, they're a lot more efficient. And I think the speed is, Cathy just got a sale. She sold some Adidas Cloud Foam Light Racer navy blue slip-on sneakers. Was that one of you guys? If it was, thank you so much. I don't know how to look in there and see who it was. So, good to know. Yeah, and bins, they don't sit flush. That's another reason, right? Your bins, you know, where's my camera? Bins are typically stackable, so they're like tapered in. But these boxes are not technically, you know, nesting. So they fit a lot more efficiently together. So there's a few reasons. The reason bankers boxes is just because they're available at pretty much any Walmart, Office Max, Amazon, link in the description. But pretty much anywhere that's another thing I'm mentioning in the video is this inventory system. You know, if you build a shelf yourself like me, you could be up and running in a weekend, and you can go out not today, but like in one day and buy all the materials. Lowe's will rip down the boards for you. So you just have to cut them to length, and I'm putting all kinds of cut sheets and stuff. So, Lowe's has them pretty reasonable. Yeah. So it's the reason we went with bankers boxes was because of the availability, right? If we need to have 10 more boxes, I can go right now and get 10 more boxes. Just bought 2 dozen. They're tedious to deal with. Love your setup. Yeah, I mean, we used to use bins back when Cathy was doing kids' clothes mostly. We would hang clothes on hangers, and then we had like the big bins for shoes, right? And if she sold a pair of shoes, she'd have to dig through 50 pairs because of the bin size. So just the ease of finding the item, which is pretty critical. So yeah, that video is coming out. And it's probably it's not going to be very much like any of our other videos. I'm scripting it. I'm going to be reading from a script. It might sound really cheesy. But you know, we're trying to reach that crowd that doesn't quite know who we are. And then trying to bring them in, and then hopefully they'll stay if they see like our what sold video kind of thing, or you know, the schooly stuff. So we're trying to do a little bit more outreach, I guess. Love Marketplace. Hey, it's working for you. That's nice. I'm going 20 years on eBay, and I feel like there's always stuff I can learn from others, especially with product knowledge. Yeah. I you know, when I said, I guess I should be careful what I say, because, you know, there's always something to learn for sure. If I start Mercari or Citizen next, which one does everyone recommend? I would probably recommend Mercari just because of the size. Citizen is pretty small in comparison to the others, and it is also limited to just kids and I guess moms stuff. So a little bit more restriction there. So I'd say Mercari just because of the wider market. Stephanie, first time catching you live. Love watching you guys. Awesome. Thanks. Sorry, Cathy's not here tonight. She's out sourcing, and actually she's having dinner right now with some friends that she was sourcing with. So we're just here working while she's having some steak, you know. Perfect timing. I need new shelves and love your setup. Can't wait. Thanks. Awesome. Yeah, I'm trying to put in a lot of a lot of thought into this video. Without the spreadsheet, I would be lost as to where everything is. Good evening. What's going on, Laura Joy? Love your setup too. Awesome. Thank you. A lot of thought has gone into it, right? I know sometimes it might seem like it doesn't make sense, but pretty much everything in our inventory system has had a lot of thought as to why. Saw that with the 61 sales last week. Maybe if you're doing a new store, maybe it should be different products in Cathy. See how different categories can affect sales and sell-through rate. I'm definitely not going to be as niched down to shoes, right? Different markets. But if I find a good pair of shoes, I'm gonna buy them and sell them, right? Because I'd like to get the schoolie working. Plastic bins get too heavy. I mean, look, even in our inventory system, you can have a few plastic bins too, right? If you have some large items, I think it's nice to have like between 10 to 15 items per bin, whatever that is. So if you could fit 10 items and it utilizes all the space in there, you know, it's probably a good idea to have a bigger bin if you're selling that kind of stuff. But yeah, if you're selling little kids shoes, it can be. He means he's gonna buy them and give them to me to sell. Nope. I gotta fix the schoolie. I told you guys she's gonna be mad if I buy her shoes. If I buy shoes without her. I am gonna try to do a lot more garage sales though. And Cathy doesn't like garage selling as much. So yeah, Mercari. A little like eBay. New people worry about weighing their items and then getting it correct on their listings. Do this. How should I phrase that? Whoa. Google knew what I was trying to say. So this microphone is hovering right over my keyboard, and I am not a good typist. What do you call that? I'm not good at typing. So I have to look, and the microphone is blocking me. Find that Mercari's suggested prices are very low. Yeah. I don't think we do that suggested price very much. Have you any experience using your spreadsheet to bulk upload to eBay drafts with the CSV? I would love to learn how to list more by doing this. I've never done it. I'm sure it's possible. You probably would just have to find out what columns eBay is looking for and put them in the right order. So like your title would have to probably be column A, whatever they are. And then, I mean, it would be pretty difficult or above my level of spreadsheet knowledge to be able to make our spreadsheet kind of do that, I guess. Do you have a max number of shoes in each box? I mean, we don't have a maximum. We basically, our boxes, if they can fit it, we'll put it in there. If it's 20 items, you know, that on average, that's not what it is. So on average, our items are probably about 12 to 16 per box, just because some boxes might have 5 or 6 and some might have 20 or 25. Like if it's a bunch of t-shirts, right? So we don't necessarily have a max number, but yeah. Give you back that N64 bin? No, that was a Christmas gift. Garage sales are a waste of time in my area. You know, I think they could be here too, but we found some good stuff. It's almost like the bins to me. You know, the bins, you can go there for 10 minutes and find a gold mine, or you can go there for 10 hours and find nothing, you know. I just don't want to buy a bunch of stuff I don't want to list. Yeah, the garage sales. That's what happens with Cathy at garage sales. She'll find a bunch of variety of stuff that she knows has value, and she has a hard time saying no to that stuff if she can't find enough shoes, which garage sale shoes in our area are not the greatest. I guess sometimes we find them, but I guess it's not typically shoes that we find around in our garage sales. I use a Mac, and so I have a hard time with the spreadsheet on there. Really? I mean, it's all web-based, so it should be fine. So any other entry level questions, I guess? Let me see. I guess the obvious one is how to control inventory as a beginner. Maybe even how to track profits for tax purposes. It's on Kristen. You should see all the cool stuff Cathy just got. You know, I saw some of it. Kind of jealous you guys are at Texas Roadhouse. All I got was some Little Caesars pizza that's gonna give me heartburn. Keywords of products. Okay. Maybe like SEO. Like if it's worth it. Okay, that's a good one. How many listings should you have before opening a store? Texas Roadhouse with The rolls with the cinnamon butter. Oh my, yeah, you better bring me some rolls, babe. It's the least you can do. Reese's out of his bed. If any of our garage sale videos, how to look up comps and negotiate without being obvious. Stealthy. Garage sale flipping techniques. How about that? Guys, summer is almost here. Can you believe it? I think the kids have like 3 more weeks of school. Oh, they have testing tomorrow. So they don't have school tomorrow, but they got to go to school for some tests. So I got one at 2 o'clock and the other, okay, they're both at 2. Perfect. Perfect. Now I know I'm going to be doing the schoolie. Do you guys how much of the schoolie should I be putting in these videos, you think? Because I know a lot of people are interested, but how much is too much? You know what I mean? Never hide that I'm a reseller. I comp all the time at sales and then use sell similar to start drafts right then to save me time later. Wow. That's awesome. It's 53 here, raining. Summer isn't for 3 or 4 months. Well, summer, as far as like the kids getting out of school, right? I know we just had like snow a couple days ago, like within the last week. How to get a sale on eBay when you have no feedback. Getting your first sales. It's a good idea. I pretty much have enough videos for the whole summer. These ideas. Oh, here we go. Hello, new reseller here. How did you start organizing your inventory? When should I document my inventory before photos or after listing? Thank you. Well, I think that's a great idea for a video, but if you want a quick answer, how do we start organizing our inventory? Since you're new, this is the best time to start. And I think basically what you should be doing now is you want to make sure, if you don't know, we do have a free spreadsheet which could help you out. It is linked down in the description. But what we do is we mark what the item is, how much we spent on it, so like our cost of goods. We also track where we got it and what day we got it. That some of that stuff's not necessarily needed for tax purposes, but it could help you out figuring out how you want to source better and stuff like that. So basically you want to track some information. You could write it down on a piece of paper. Spreadsheet's an easy way to do it. Our spreadsheet also has a place there for an inventory location. So what I actually recommend is, if you see behind me, we got these bankers boxes. I would get a 10-pack. put a label on them or mark, box 1, 2, 3, 4, A, B, C, D, whatever organization you want. All you need to do is be able to find the box. And then whenever you, I would say whenever you list something, you want to have it in inventory. I would mentally put a hard break on yourself. Like, do not list something unless it's inventoried, or vice versa. Whatever your process is, whatever works for you, just make sure you do it that way every time. Because if you say, oh, I'll just do that later, that's when it starts becoming a bad habit of just forgetting or skipping and then losing things. So I would recommend putting the item in inventory first. That way, as you list, if you're listing on eBay, there's a spot where you could put the inventory location. On our spreadsheet, there's a place you could put inventory location. That's pretty important, because when the item sells, you want to know exactly where it is so that you can grab it and ship it as fast as possible. Okay. So I would do your inventory probably, we do ours after photo. So what Cathy will do is she'll get the stuff, we'll prep it for photos, photograph, draft, list, and then she'll come through. We do it a little bit backwards right now. Well, from what I would recommend. But because we do have a system in place to where if something's here, we know it's here, right? Because we also have a storage unit that has all of our inventory. So once something goes to storage, we know exactly where it's going to be. If it's here, we only have like 20 items here at a time. So if something sells and it doesn't have a bin location, we know it's right there, right? And it's fresh in Cathy's memory. Whatever your process is, just make sure you do it the same every time. But inventory is one of those things you want to do as soon as possible, and you want to create those good habits. I think a lot of time people just think of reselling as buying and listing and then shipping, or buying and listing even, and then they forget to track how much they spent on it. You need to know that kind of stuff for taxes, how much they profited, all that kind of stuff. And then by the time you do your taxes a year later, you don't remember a thing, right? It all needs to be part of a process. I never know how to spell operating. I always put 2 P's in there. I think that's a good video idea. Creating your own operating procedures so that you follow them every time. Feedback. Buy a bunch of cheap stuff from China for $1 or less, and then you have feedback. Yeah, you can get positive feedback. Let me put that in here. I remember back in the day. Why did I do that? Back in the day, you can get like 99-cent stuff. Is that what you're talking about? And then you get positive feedback. Is that considered a hack? Shoot, maybe we could do it as a trial. Like a testing video to see if it works. I do these crazy things so you don't have to. Or maybe you do have to if it works. When you are listing on Mercari, your kit is in, where do you have your inventory number? So Nancy, that's where our spreadsheet comes in. We track... I think it's very important to have all of your inventory in a centralized space. So kit is in Mercari. Could be a little hard to do that. So that's where our spreadsheet comes in. We have a location on ours for every, like our spreadsheet has every single thing that's listed, and that's where the inventory comes in. You could do something like that with List Perfectly. I think List Perfectly is a great way to do that as well. or just a simple your own spreadsheet where you have the item title and maybe the place it's listed and the inventory location. But yes, it is inventory. I will say I am 100% confident that when the reason why Cathy was able to expand and grow was because of inventory control as the number one reason. And then the second reason was cross listing. Like when we started cross listing, that was another big jump in how much we could sell, right? So I think if you focus on inventory, and along with inventory, just including your, bookkeeping kind of in that category, because bookkeeping is important, right? If you make $1, Uncle Sam wants, 20 cents of that dollar, whatever your, tax rate it is. If you're profiting, it's not $600. That's just the limit that they're required to document it. If you make $1, technically you are required to pay taxes on that dollar, right? So, let me add that in here. How to track profits for tax purposes, but then also tracking like expenses and mileage. Like a lot of those are things that people don't quite think about as a beginner, I think. They think about, I think everybody thinks about, oh yeah, I get mileage. I get all these deductions as a business owner, right? But people don't actually go through the process of documenting it. And then come tax time, we're bad at it. I'm not saying we're the best. We do not keep a good mileage log, right? I know there's options of having an app do it and all that. That's one of our weak points is tracking mileage. And so every year I'm sitting there for, a day or two going through all of our receipts, seeing where we were, and then creating a log of miles based on our habits and where we've been. Wait, where is that on eBay? I've never noticed. The inventory. It would be I think on eBay it's called the hidden SKU. That's where people would put an inventory location on eBay. How do you draft on Poshmark? I don't know if Poshmark has a draft. The way we draft currently is Cathy does all of her drafts on List Perfectly. And then as soon as it's drafted, she'll basically do the listing all at once. Technically like cross-listing from List Perfectly. Great advice. I started and I didn't do inventory, and now that I've acquired so much I can't track when I make a sale and find it. Yes, that can be a huge hurdle, especially if you create these habits as a new reseller. And that's in the inventory video that I'm working on. I'm gonna try to have some, I'm gonna try to guide people to going from, because we started the same way. We had piles of stuff in our office, right? Quickly we realized that wasn't gonna work. Threw it in bins. Quickly realized that wasn't gonna work. Put it on hangers. Worked okay, but we went through all the iterations, right, until we found something that was gonna work. Beautiful checkout. I will check out the spreadsheet. Very helpful tips. Thanks for helping me get off on the right foot. Awesome. Hey, Tina, make sure you stay tuned, because, I think that new series that I'm going to be coming out with could be a huge help. It might even be fun. I'm going to try to make it fun. Here's another one. Where to get free or super cheap inventory. Stuff you might already have that you can sell for good money. I'm sorry, I'm laughing because oops. So like, if you know, when we were in Vegas, we got our car broke into and stuff taken, and to help lighten it up, you know, Cathy and I were like, man, that's one way to get some inventory, you know, and in complete, you know, I don't know if this is ironic or not, but hey, maybe the person that stole from us is a reseller too. You know, they're just getting their inventory for free and kind of in non-approved ways, but they're a reseller, I guess, too. Selling it to a pawn shop. What you just said about inventory cannot be overstated. That's really great advice to anyone in reselling. Yeah, I think inventory is a huge thing that people overlook a lot. I buy chit. What's going on, Christopher? Thank you so much again for all the support, man. If you guys don't know, last week, Christopher, huge support to the channel. Get a mileage app. I know, Mandy. Look, I know we're bad at it. We're so bad at it. We'll get a mileage app tomorrow, right? That's my procrastinator mind. I know, but I'd have to look for one and then teach Cathy how to use it and then all that stuff. I need to. Hidden SKU that's on the drafting page. Yeah, I believe. Let me just double check. So if you go listings, create a listing. Single listing. Where's it at? Why don't I see it here? Why is it not on this page? Custom label. So it would be called the custom label on the eBay page. And so I didn't see it, but if you on the where it says title, you'll on the right side you'll see title options. You can activate it. There's like a little toggle switch for custom label SKU. And that's what I had to do to be able to see it. And then it says create a custom label to enter information you want to track, such as your own SKU number. And so that is something that you could put there that nobody will see, that does not get public, right? And so that's where people would put their storage, their bin location. I will say you might not want to rely only on that, because there's been cases of listings, eBay like dropping a listing, right? Or getting rid of drafts, stuff like that. And then that is, then you don't know where it is, right? If eBay somehow deletes your item and that's the only place you have it, you could be kind of searching for an item. So if you use List Perfectly, this is the cool thing about List Perfectly though. If you use List Perfectly and you put it in List Perfectly as your, I think it's as hidden SKU on List Perfectly, maybe that's where I got the hidden SKU. But if you do it there, it will put that in your eBay listing automatically. And then you can create a pick list for eBay that way too. Yeah, I think it's good for a backup, and that's why I like List Perfectly, because also Poshmark has one, and List Perfectly will also put it on Poshmark in the right spot too. I live in California and have a state license. Do you have to do that in your state? No. No. To be able to resell? Like you have to be licensed to do reselling? Like a plumber would have to be a licensed plumber? No, we don't have something like that here. In Colorado, that's where we're at. Not yet, at least. Posh drafting is pretty easy. When you're ready to save, just back out, and it will ask you if you want to delete or save to draft. And it says, I always get a receipt at the post office. Turn in. There you go. It's a good way to track your mileage for your post office. Yeah. Let me see. Maybe drafting processes. How to draft your items on the different platforms. That's a good idea for a video, maybe. Posh draft is the easiest. I draft in Posh and then drop in Vendu to cross list. Will do. Nice. Very nice. Custom SKU box is the bottom of the item specifics. Did I give bad information? Do you guys think Cathy's gonna bring me some Texas Roadhouse rolls? She's probably not. So, custom SKUs at the bottom of the item specifics. Are you talking the UPC? Because on mine it's showing the UPC, which would not be the custom SKU. Although there's a custom item specific you can add. Is that what you're talking about? Add a disclaimer, I'll get free or cheap legally, right? Use Everlance. Just swipe the trips. It's so easy. Let me see. I'm gonna write that on here. Mileage. I'll have to check that out. I have looked for an app and I got kind of burnt out trying to find a good one. So, how many shoes roughly can you fit inside those bankers boxes? If you're just doing shoes, it's probably between, again, it all just depends on the size, but we'll try to fit in like some sneakers with some flats and some, you know, flip-flops or sandals. We could probably fit between 6 and 8 pairs of shoes. Maybe more. I mean, like, you could probably fit 6 sneakers. I wish I had some I could show you. Yeah, I think Mama with a camera did that. Thanks, Lori. Thank you. Put that in the video. Yeah, that's definitely going to be in the inventory video coming out soon. A good video on lists perfectly would be great. I'm on the fence if it's worth it. It's a lot of money. It is. But And obviously that's a good, maybe when to start using a cross-listing service. Like List Perfectly. Did I spell every time wrong? So the way we look at List Perfectly, because we do pay the $70 a month, right? We break it down. So and I don't think it's a good idea to do this with everything, but for List Perfectly, like we divide it, we probably work 20 days a month. Or we should, right? About 20 days. So really, that's $3.50 per working day, right? If you have the highest priced one at $70. So 70 divided by 20 is $3.50 a day. If I was in any other job, I would definitely spend $3.50 to save myself hours of work that day, even if it was 1 hour, right? So that's how we look at it. I mean, we've obviously have used List Perfectly every day since we started, since it was like in beta, right? Like it's been such a crucial part of our business structure. It's how we've cross-listed. It's how we even list straight to eBay, right? So when you look at it like it's $3.50 a day, and then if you even break it down by 30 days, say you use it every day, that's $2.33. When you're talking under $5, that's a Starbucks drink. You know what I mean? So that, and then we also, another one we use is not List Perfectly, Posher VA. We set up over a year ago. We have not really touched any of the settings, and it has turned Poshmark to where we never have to share again. We never have to make offers. It does it all automatically, right? And that's less than $1 a day, and it just runs 24/7. So for under $5, under a Starbucks drink a day, it's covering a lot. It's doing a lot of stuff for us. A lot. So that's how we look at it, and that's how we kind of justify it for ourselves, I guess. But I think it's perfectly justifiable. Cathy just asked, can I buy Texas Roadhouse on my business card? I think so. What do you guys think? She's up there working. If not, we'll apologize to the accountant. The Living Picker. Hey there. We've been missing someone, aren't we? Yeah, Cathy is up in Denver right now. So she's out of town. She was thrifting with some friends, and now they're having some dinner. Looks like they're finishing up. And it's already 9 o'clock. I don't know, guys. Should we keep going? You guys want to keep going? Am I boring you? We still got over 50 of you guys here. Maybe we'll hang out a few more minutes. Any other ideas for videos as new resellers? Any kind of questions? Oh no, for wholesale buying. Yeah, we don't do wholesale buying really. To find the draft after, click sell at the top of your drafts. At the top are your drafts. It's so worth the money. Yeah, Tommy's right. I know we're a little biased, but I can say without a doubt, look, List Perfectly has never paid us to say anything nice. I mean, yes, we do get like affiliate if you use our code. Use code Ginger. But I mean, they've never paid us to say anything nice, right? Like if we weren't getting affiliate marketing for it, we would still be using it every day because it is that much of a crucial point of our business. So I'm not at the point to pay for a cross-listing app. I'm not selling enough yet. Yeah, and that's, I think, a good video for beginners. You know, obviously, anybody, you know, it doesn't matter what the video says, right? It's probably going to be more just like how to have you determine that for yourself, right? Like, I know Junk Monkey, Rob, I mean, he sells more than a lot of people, probably even more than Cathy, has a lot more in sales, at least on eBay. And, you know, he's still like holding out on cross listing or paying for it, you know. And, you know, he's got, I think he wants to have it automatically delist and all that kind of stuff. And, you know, I think it's good to have those kinds of rules for yourself, right? So I don't think you're, you know, I don't think you're crazy for not having a cross-listing app if you don't feel like you're selling enough. But I do think you might not, you know, you won't regret it if you tried it out, if you're selling enough. I think Rob would like it. Your info, what's correct for the desktop? Oh, on the app. I see. On the app. My bad. Again, gonna try this tomorrow. Nice. Used Everlance for a few years now. It's been fantastic. Okay. Definitely gonna have to check it out. I used a cross lister that I got through a bot I use for Depop. It's $20 a month. Well, I mean, look, List Perfectly does do Depop too. So, I don't know. You might want to look into List Perfectly. I've never heard of Sell Raider, but we've never really dealt with Depop. So, we've only really ever dealt with List Perfectly. So. I rationalized LP as my incredibly cheap employee. Yeah. Yep. That's a good way to think about it. All these self-justifications, right? Hey, you know what? They're justifications that help us make money. That can't be bad. Get Neverlance. Need to start mileage app too. I draft on eBay, then cross-post. Also use Posture VA. Nice. Posture VA was a huge one for us. Just to like literally never have to share again. I mean, I remember days of we bought an iPad specifically and an Apple Pencil specifically to share, right? And we'd sit there for hours a day sharing and sharing and sharing. Use the card. Not boring at all because I'm working and everyone in my fam is asleep. I wonder if my boys are asleep. They have been quiet. Conversations at dinner was about reselling. Might be a stretch, but my text says that. I mean, she is in Denver right now for work. Like, she went up to the thrift with other resellers. You know what I mean? And I guarantee that's all they're talking about is either reselling or YouTube or social media. The business. I used List Perfectly in the beginning, but when it cross-post, it opened a new tag for each listing, which slowed down my computer. I use Vendu, but don't care for it either. Yeah, I will say, so when we got broke into in Vegas, Cathy's laptop, you know, we got 2 laptops stolen. But since then, we've gotten a new one, and she's like, this one is way faster because the other laptop was a few years old. You know, I think we got it in 2020. And so I think older computers can definitely, or like slower computers can definitely be an impact on that. Got to crash, guys. I've been up since 4 a.m. It's 11. Took 32 kids to Kennedy Space Center today. Such a great but exhausting day. Good night, Lori. Thank you so much for hanging out. Thanks for all the support. I'm not getting anything, and I love LP. Yeah, right? And, I mean, we've never really been on them, but I think List Perfectly has like the listing party things, which is like almost like all day live shows of other resellers kind of all getting together. You know, reselling, you feel lonely sometimes, right? Like Cathy and I are fortunate we get to work together, but I know as if I was home all day reselling myself, I would get bored, I'd get lonely. They got that listing party thing. You can go on there and be with other resellers and work kind of like this live show where, you know, you guys are getting some work done, you're hanging out, you're getting a little bit of fellowship, you know, bouncing ideas off of people. Like, I think that's pretty valuable too. And you get access to that, which we've just never done it. Does List Perfectly have scheduled listings? I don't think it does. I think that would be, now you can draft, right? Like Cathy wants to get a draft bank on List Perfectly. But it's pretty quick. Once you have all the information in List Perfectly, I mean, you have to be there to do it, but it's pretty quick. So I don't think it technically schedules the listings. But it's almost like the next best thing. 32 kids, I know. Get some sleep. Man, 32 kids in like a big open space like that. When is it time to get a storage space versus using your house? Maybe never, right? I will say we didn't think that we were going to like this. We were like on the fence as to how much we would like the storage unit. Oof. But it's been a huge benefit for us, just having that like defined difference between home and work. You know, like, yeah, we have work here in the office, but if Cathy it used to be if Cathy got a sale at 11 o'clock at night and she was up here, or, you know, wasn't ready for bed or whatever, she would come up here, get the thing ready to go, right? So just having that definitive line is nice. And you also get like all the stress and the clutter out, you know, not like it was cluttered, but this room feels a lot bigger now that we don't have like shelves and shelves of boxes and stuff. I still draft on eBay for free and the cross lister is $20. What else will I get out of it? Depop is a selling site. What else will you get out of List Perfectly? Do you only sell on eBay and Depop? I get 2 sales a month on Depop. Still hopeful? No. eBay, Depop, Poshmark. Well, List Perfectly would make it to where you can create the listing and then go, you know, cross list to eBay, Depop, Poshmark. You can even add in Mercari, Etsy, all the other ones. Like, it'll cross list to all of them at the same time. And it does it if you get the more expensive plans, you could do bulk cross listing. So you could do 10 items to eBay, Poshmark, Depop, right? And so you just click those by item. Well, you select the things you want to cross list, select the platforms you want to cross list to, and then it opens up all the web pages and it copies all the information, all the photos and all that. And you just kind of scroll through, make sure everything's fine. You can do that with yours too. Does Poshmark too? Do we have a List Perfectly video? We do not. Do not yet. I want to. I want to. Posh Sidekick? Okay. I need to get a new laptop. Current one is prehistoric. Any reasonably priced suggestions? I mean, I'll tell you the one Cathy got was it was like a new, well, it was like a brand new MacBook Air. It was like $1,200, right? But we like this is our livelihood, right? So I use a computer from 2012 still. I don't have a problem with it being slow. I also use it for video editing, and it does well with at 1080p. Yeah. So like the computer that Cathy's at, so the desktop that she's at now is like my old computer, which is kind of like a gaming computer. So it can handle pretty much anything she needs to do, but that's the one I used to edit videos on. We ran the live from it and all that kind of stuff. So it's still, I mean, it's got like enough RAM. It's got enough processing power, you know. It's like an i7. It was pretty good for its time, and it's for this kind of work. It's definitely good enough. It's still faster than the laptop that she got, I think. But the laptop we had before was the 2020 MacBook Air, and you know, 3 years old. I'm sure we probably could have done something with it to speed it up, maybe reset it or whatever. But yeah, it was a lot slower, noticeably slower. Learn about selling cards today on the listing party. Very nice. Laptop is 10 years old. Using Flip on it slows it down too. Yeah, I mean any software like that, I think it's just gonna slow it down. It's just the nature of what cross listing is. I mean, you're copying a bunch of photos and stuff like that. Like those are pretty big files, so. Does LP have a sale analysis as other apps? Yeah, you have to type in all of your, you know, cost of goods and all that kind of stuff, but yeah, it can put out reports and stuff. LA Jen, what's going on? Hope you're doing well. I'm busy switching games between the Lakers and the Dallas Stars. Very nice, very fun. Yeah, they have the analytics, but you have to make sure to do the info. I was hoping LP would add the Whatnot marketplace soon. You know what? I heard there was like a workaround, wasn't there? I'm trying to Google it just to make sure. Whatnot looks like you can import. I think you can import your Poshmark listings. So I just Googled Whatnot Poshmark, and it says you can import your listings from Poshmark, and it will also import all the information associated, like the listing name, pictures, quantity, category, weight, condition, all that kind of stuff. Now I don't know if that's like from Poshmark Lives. Like, I don't know if there's a difference in the items. like Poshmark live listings. I don't know. Is there a difference in Poshmark live listings versus regular Poshmark listings? But yeah, this is on the Whatnot help page that you can import from Poshmark. So I guess if you're trying to do Whatnot, just go from, that little workaround there. Crosslist Mercari, Depop, Grilled, Posh, and eBay. Only one I need to add is Etsy. I just don't have enough items that are vintage. Yeah, sometimes Cathy does work on List Perfectly, which, if you wanted to go check out, like all of our lives are still available, so you can kind of go back and see. I don't know if we did it last week, maybe the week before. Now to clarify, my computer was a business grade one with an NVIDIA card. That's why it can do video production in OBS. It wouldn't be able to do it if I didn't have the NVIDIA card. Yeah, I think that one right there's got a 1060, which at the time was a pretty good card. Now we've got the 3080 or something like that. A little late getting on, but here now. Hello from Iowa. What's going on? Grumpy? I don't know how to say that other word. I'm not even going to try. Oh, and I need to get more of my listings on Poshmark first, then over to Whatnot. Nice. You know what, guys? It is almost 9:30. Thank you so much for hanging out. I'm probably going to call it, though, because the boys are downstairs. They've been quiet. They've been good. Cathy's out of town. Reese isn't even on camera anymore. He's just laying in the middle of the room. But yeah, I think we got a pretty good start for some entry-level videos to cover in the new series. And again, if you're just making it, the new series concept is to just, I'm going to be starting my own eBay store with, maybe even my own Mercari, Poshmark, and flipping products to pay for the schoolie. That's kind of the idea with, it's all going to be very entry level because, I'm a very entry level reseller myself. So, yeah, got a ton of great ideas and look forward to those kinds of videos. I'm hoping to do, like one a week, even though like through the summer and stuff, maybe get some garage sales and stuff. But yeah, awesome. Got to get working on the schoolie. You know what I mean? We've been putting the schoolie on the back burner for too long. We got to get it going. I mean, it could have been done by now. We've had it for like a year. Almost a year and a half, maybe. Yeah, we should be back next week. Cathy should be back. And yeah, great information tonight. Thank you. Thank you guys for all the help too. I really do appreciate it. I mean, this is all stuff that I need to know too. So, I don't know the answers all the time. Thank you, Tina. All right, glad I caught the live, even if it was late. Enjoy your night with the kiddos. Thank you so much, Jen, Renee. Thanks, it's been a good night. Good ideas from everyone. I appreciate it very much. Thank you for the live. Glad to meet all of you. Fashion design. We'll be back next Thursday. We are here every Thursday, 8 p.m. Mountain Time. Looking to build a schoolie yourself. Nice. Nice. See you later. Yeah. Reese is like ready to eat. Guys, thank you so much again. We appreciate you. Look forward to some videos coming up, and we'll see you guys in the next one. At least we'll see you next week, right? Don't forget to come back. See you guys then.